We got two things. Is this an effective tactic for disarming an armed robber? And should the victim detain an armed robber until police arrive? In this video, we're going to be breaking it down with noted criminal defense attorney Tom Grieve. He's also a former state prosecutor. But before we start, I got to tell you, we have a gun giveaway going on. It's happening right now. It's absolutely free, and it ends soon. Just click on the link down below in the description, and that will reveal which brand new gun you can win. Tom, we've got a short video here of an attempted carjacking. I want to hit play and roll this for you. And, parental advisory, there is some sounds in here that you might not want to hear. So we see the guy's running up, pointing the gun at the car owner. He's having none of it. Oh. That... So clearly the owner of the vehicle is not happy, having none of it. Taking a look at that as a former state prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney. Wow, a lot going on there. Give me your impressions first.
Well, first off, I guess the victim's lucky it turned out this way. I mean, talk about a best possible ending. Don't know if that was a real firearm. Don't know if it was loaded and functional, if it was. But, I mean, it really couldn't have gone any better. And he's lucky that it did turn out this way, if that was a real firearm. Even if it wasn't, he was still lucky that it turned out this way, that the bad guy, the attacker, basically, it seemed like he didn't even try to resist much. As soon as he got as soon as the good guy got the upper hand, he basically broke it off, the bad guy. And what I really like about this is, of course, the good guy broke it off too. Yeah. It's not like he picked up the firearm and if it was real, started putting rounds down the street or something like that. So I admire the restraint. I admire his bravery. And I salute his luck that it turned out this way.
And from a tactical standpoint, I mean, the owner of the vehicle, we'll call him the victim, just so we have a victim and perpetrator on here. The victim in this situation, I don't know that he was a trained fighter, just the grab around the arms and body slam to the ground. While effective, again, we hear the gun clattering on the street out there. Was this a real gun? We don't have a whole lot of information about that, what happened there. But how about holding this guy for the police to come? Now, that was part of the question. Should the victim hold the perpetrator until the police get there? And I'm looking at this like, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because he's suddenly got to get to his cell phone. So he's going to take hands off of this kid at one point. And I say kid because you heard the screaming. That was not the screams of a grown man. I'm going to say that right now. But can you hold somebody until police get there?
Well, you're maybe yes. Okay, so what we're talking about is some sort of citizen's arrest situation. So obviously check your local listings. The laws are going to vary with place and time. You may find yourself up on felony charges for something called false imprisonment. If, for instance, some states say you can make a citizen's arrest for a felony case, but not for misdemeanor case. So you're making a bunch of legal calculations on the fly, and I'm not saying you can't hold them there for a moment or something, but there's a difference between that and pulling out duct tape from your trunk and hog tying the attacker, whoever he or she may be. You're definitely running into potential issues, and I have seen those cases before where good guys have done exactly that to a bad guy, and they found themselves in hot water. Suddenly the bad guy goes from being the defendant to, well, still being the defendant, but also a co-defendant.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we're watching this, we're seeing, again, bad guys run in packs. There's two of the bad guys there. One clearly, we didn't know until later was unarmed and just standing back, and the best help that bad guy could muster was to holler, "Let him go." And you're right. This is the best possible world. In if you're the victim of a crime, that you body slam someone, they don't resist. They scream like a little girl. Their accomplice just hollers, "Let him go." Lots of other things could have gone wrong in this video. Right. And I like what you said. he stopped fighting too. Victim let the bad guy run away, and if a bad guy's running away, let him run away.
We don't know if accomplice is armed. I mean, it looks like they weren't, because at least
Yeah.
if they were, they failed to utilize whatever weapon it was to intervene. But who knows? Maybe if he kept holding him on the ground, all of a sudden the guy catches a knife or a bullet to the back from a bad guy. And that's just the bad guy we see. Maybe there's more around the corner. We just don't know. And that's the problem. You just don't know when you're in this situation. And, you know, assuming the worst, training for the best, and doing everything possible to make sure that you come out on top and ideally avoid the fight in the first place, that's all we can do.
And what he did is one of the things that I really like is he let the fight be over quickly.
Right.
You know, if he's going to try to hold this guy on the ground and dial 911 and wait for, you know, on a good day, a 5-minute response time or something like that, that just perpetuates the hands-on nature, the close quarters battle that anybody can get lucky. And maybe that other guy decides to jump in and just start pummeling him, you know, and now you're in a fight with two people.
And we got a gun on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like this was within the good guy's control, the victim's control. We got a gun on the ground. Maybe the friend, you know, goes and picks up that firearm, even if they weren't armed. Maybe the bad guy, and, you know, he's lucky that the bad guy, if that was a real firearm when running away, didn't decide, yeah, I'm going to give this a second shot and pick it up again. Hopefully it was fake, but if it wasn't, and even if it was fake, that's obviously a very dangerous situation. And when you've got a firearm on the ground, virtually everything that can take control of that weapon turns into a deadly threat against you.
Yeah, absolutely. Best possible outcome. Again, thank you very much for your insight, Tom. Always helpful. Love talking to you about videos like this. And folks, if you like videos like this, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because we will then let you know every time we come out with a new video. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Down in the description, click on the link. There's an opportunity for you to win a free gun. Clicking on that link will let you know which brand new gun you will have the chance to win. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. Until the next video, stay safe. We'll see you then.